Perspective one by default. So let's set the view matrix and the projection matrix, hopefully. Great. Now, darn, I still can't move it. Maybe that's okay though. Yeah, I think that's okay. The lights. Hold on. Lights, that comes from the environment. Normal matrix, I think is fixed. The model view matrix. This is kind of a weird uniform to need. But this is the matrix product of the model matrix and the view matrix. So I think I can do mesh.model matrix at hold on. The model matrix is stored as a matrix. But the view matrix? The view matrix that's returned from this function isn't stored as a matrix. It's stored in column major order. So maybe what I want to do here is, if we pass format equals false, I think this will break things because I'll be passing in the view matrix here when it's not formatted. So I think I need to do like OpenGL dot something matrix to shader input. Assuming that's imported. So now that will be safe, I think. The projection matrix should be safe. And now for this, I can do matrix to shader input of the mesh.model matrix. No, it should be this way. It should be here, then the view matrix. Wait, why does it not like that? View matrix is not, oh. There's a good chance that breaks. Guess not. Out of curiosity, I'm not going to call matrix to shader input here. And this should totally break. And it doesn't. So that makes me think this isn't being called. Or something like that. Oh, actually what's probably happening, I think this function set uniform has a try catch inside of it. Yeah, so if it crashed or something, it would just do nothing. Okay, sure. Okay. So now these are all being passed here. Let me not pass these in the example. So here I won't pass any of those matrices. Uh-oh. Okay, and it still works. So now if I don't set the uniform in the renderer, this, I'd be pretty surprised if this still worked. And it doesn't. Great. Because I have to set those here. Okay. Great. There's still actually more to set. And the reason for... Great. There's still actually more to set. And the reason for that is... the lights have to be read in from the environment. And I'm placing a single light here. This one. Oh. Oh, hey, it's rotating with the mouse. That's great. Oh. Dang, wait, this could be complicated. No, I think this makes sense. This makes sense. I think. It's all saturated. I actually don't know how long ago he said that, so I don't know. I think what's happening here is I'm moving the camera around, and the light is staying fixed with respect to the light is just fixed, yeah. And so that's why that's happening. So I can move the light, or I can move the camera. Okay. Anything else to... Is orthographic? Oh, this should have been false. Should have been false. Because I'm using the perspective projection. But, setting that to false, is there a way to tell from here whether I'm using a perspective or an orthographic camera? I guess I can check scene.camera. Light is fixed or more like baked into the object. The light isn't baked into the object right now. This light is being recomputed at every frame. Yeah. And so when I move the camera like this, it looks like, I think it's moving with the object. Well, the object is never moving, actually. Like Mercury. Well, I guess the object is rotating, but the object is fixed in space. And the light is also fixed in space. But the camera's moving in space. This might be easier to see with this. Because the light is, I think, the light is the same place where the camera is right now. But if I look at it from the top down, you can tell the light is in front of. I don't know, this is kind of hard to explain without like axes or something. Yeah. Okay. So passing in the lights. This will be a little tough because right now the lights aren't even contained in the scene. Oh, I was trying to figure out the orthographic. I think I could just look at the camera. Let me look at camera.py or no, OpenGL renderer. Since this is the OpenGL camera, I guess this should contain its own projection matrix. So let me go to the camera and I'll have like, is orthographic? Is false by default? Then like if And then I'm gonna save an orthographic projection matrix. Which I don't even remember where that was. Which I don't even remember where that was. Yeah, I'll just take this unformatted. Format equals false, right? No, I think I do want this formatted. Else, the projection matrix I'll save will be perspective. Whoops. Like so. Then when I'm passing this in, I'll take it from the camera. Wait, does this have access to the camera? It doesn't. Oh, there's self.scene. Great. So I can pass that in there from the camera. I'll just rerun that, see if that broke anything. Guess not. And then here, I'll read this from the camera. Which will be basically the same thing. So the point of that is that now I'll just save is orthographic. And now when it needs this is orthographic uniform, then I'll pass that. Self-scene camera is orthographic. Great. It seems to be working. It's a little surprising. Kind of makes me worried, actually. Okay, as for the... Okay, so I shouldn't have to pass that anymore. The ambient light color. Let me try to... If I just up the ambient light color... I think I should make it a little bit more lit from the back. Okay. Let me do the box. This makes it really easy to tell, or kind of easy to tell where the camera is. The spinning is a little disorienting. But lights? The thing with lights is lights will be added to the scene, but so far, I haven't added any of the infrastructure for lights to be added to the scene. And I don't think I should do that now. I'll table that for the next time I'm working. But this should be using a model matrix now. So to test that the model matrix is working, spinning for checking the lights. Good call. I think that's all I have to do. So this is what I was talking about. By default, the light. I think that's all I have to do. So this is what I was talking about. By default, the light is in the same place as the camera. I'm going to move this to a box. Here I am moving above. I'm looking like top down, and the camera's staying fixed. It's in front of the cube. Yeah. I can go below and so on. This makes the orbit controls kind of confusing. I can see that. What was I checking again? Oh, I was going to add the lights in eventually. What I want to do now is I want to try to rotate using the model matrix instead of... Actually, yeah, the model matrix instead of editing the points. So here, get the light position a constant. Oh, it's not a constant. It's I can edit it this way, I think. Oh, rip, can't. Wait, what'd I do? This is when it's rotating. Can I update the lights? Okay. Oh, I'm updating the light, the uniform in the same place that I'm updating the rotation. So if let me factor that into a different one. Update light position. Let's say update lights. And it'll be just this. I was thinking you could keep it equal to the position of the camera cords, like at all times. That would be... that could be useful. I can see that. So now I don't need this non-local. Okay. So now that I factored those two out, I should be able to stop it rotating, but still move the lights. So that's perfect. For now, at least. I think it would make it kind of difficult to see what's going on sometimes. I guess for things like boxes, it wouldn't be so hard. But luckily, I just wanted to make sure that this was really updating, like independently of the rotation or anything. So this, even just seeing this is really helpful. Oh, wait. Zero, zero, zero is like directly in front of it. So I can move it closer, and eventually it'll move behind it. Move it further away, then in the Y direction, and the X direction. So it is doing what I expect. Which is perfect. Okay. Let me try to rotate this. I'm going to try to update the model matrix again. So I'm going to try to do mesh model matrix equals. Am I going to get a rotation matrix? I'll do like x equals 0.1. left multiply that by the model matrix. Okay, hopefully this should make it rotate without updating each of the points individually. While it's rotating... Wait, what in the world? Rotating... Wait, what in the world? So, something's wrong with that. Oh, I think I see... I think I see what's going on. The model matrix is being multiplied by this rotation matrix, but the normal matrix is staying fixed. And the normals are used to calculate light reflection. So what I think I need to do is set the normal matrix somewhere. Where did I even set the normal matrix? Was that in my material? Yeah, I did it here. And this isn't where it should be. The normal matrix should be saved to the mesh, or maybe the geometry. But right now it's the mesh. So I'll just have this save a normal matrix here. Is this 4x4? No, this is 3x3. That's annoying. Okay, well, I'll do a 3x3 one. I think I could make this... No, yeah, I think this has to be 3x3. The fourth coordinate wouldn't really make any sense. So I'll remove that. Then in the renderer, the same place that I passed the model matrix, or model view matrix, I'll pass the normal matrix. The fourth coordinate can be 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it can. This is like a thing about homogeneous coordinates. The fourth coordinate is used for translations. Essentially, if you wanted to translate... Where is it? Give me the translation. Yeah, if you wanted to translate the whatever object is being represented, you would add to that fourth coordinate. And that's what this does. However, in the case of the normals don't have a position since they represent vectors. So it wouldn't make sense to even have that. I mean, I guess... Yeah, I don't think it... Well, it sort of makes sense. Actually, hear me out. If I were to make this... Oh, I made the model matrix 3. But if I were to make this 4x4, I think you are on to something, Fusion. But this is 4x4. And maybe when I'm feeding this in, I can just take the 3x3 part of the 4x4 matrix here. And this will be mesh dot normal matrix indexed at they are fixed. Okay. Up to not including 3, and then also up to not including 3 for the columns. And this way, I think that would actually be okay. Assuming this indexing is correct. Assuming this indexing is correct. Let me just do np.i. M equals np.i 4. They could do m. Okay, so that selects out the 3x3 part of it. So then I'll only take the 3x3 part of this. And so maybe this won't crash. I did something wrong. Oh, I have to convert this to a shader input. Okay, so now it's doing the same thing, I think. The difference is that this time, when I rotate the mesh, I can apply the same rotation matrix. Not like that. I can get this rotation matrix, multiply the model matrix by this rotation matrix, and then multiply the normal matrix by this very same rotation matrix. At mesh.normal. So that I won't have to do this, I think. And so now, wait, yeah, it's rotating around the x-axis. It's doing the right-hand rule, so it's rotating. The x-axis is going to the right in the positive direction. And so it's doing the right-hand rule, and it's rotating like the top is coming toward the camera. So if I wanted to rotate it around the z-axis, you can just replace this with z. Wait, what? Oh, the z-axis is coming out of the screen. So I'd want this to be the y-axis. Yeah, now it's working. Nice. And that's way simpler than editing the points each time. Way faster too, since matrix multiplication is optimized. Cool. Okay, what do I still want to do? Nice. I think the next thing to do would be to add the stuff to the scene so that I could place the lights from the renderer. Because like currently the light location is hard coded. Should comment out that XYZ axis don't work as the normal ones. What do you mean don't work as the normal ones? Is this loud? I feel like this is too loud. What do you mean by don't work as the normal ones? Listen for new mesh or something. Maybe I should... Should I bring in a new geometry? The torus net is pretty cool. What else would I even like this to do? Other than the lights. This does... Really, it does a ton of everything I want it to do. If I just like change the background color a little bit, let me try doing that actually. Config, so just like... I don't know any good colors. Hash. Oh, that didn't work. Is this why you do this? Whatever, don't know how to do that. I think that would make for a slightly less like the middle of deep space. Yeah, let me try light gray. I need even lighter gray. Or I could make it configurable. Whoops. Okay. That's fun. All right. I think I'm going to call it here and probably work on doing an OpenGL tutorial, like start putting it together when I start next time. That or making it so that you can place lights in the scene, one or the other. Okay. Since it's only 2 people, I guess I won't do a raid. But you should go on the Discord. It's linked beneath the stream if you haven't done that already. And if you have review privileges, review my pull request so that I can get the rest of this stuff in. So, thanks a ton for watching, guys.